guys, and welcome back to today's video. I hope you guys are doing great. Today's video was a really fun thrift store challenge. I wanted to see how many kids books I could get for under $5, and this is what I found. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy, and as always, if you do, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and let's get into it. One of the first ones I picked up is the Young Naturalist Pop-Up Handbook from the Beatles. I actually don't know if there's any more in this series, but it actually retails for $19.99, and I thought the actual 3D images were just really fun. This is the anatomy of like kind of what's in a beetle. But yeah, as you can see, they pop out. And the kiddos have been loving this one in particular. They love anything pop out, but and then it even has a little pop out of the life cycle. They're beautiful. This is a really fun find for me. I was actually really excited when I found it. This guy here is also really cool. But yeah, so this is a really good find, and this is actually probably one of my favorites. The detail on this, if you can see it, is just absolutely beautiful. But yeah, this book is really cool. Again, this one was the Young Naturalist Pop-Up Handbook, the Beatles. So I actually want to see if there's any more in this series, and if there are, maybe pick some up. But I don't know if I want to pay 20 bucks for it. But yeah, I was really happy to come across this at the thrift store. The next one I picked up is That's Not My Dinosaur. I have quite a few in this series, but I didn't have the dinosaur one. So I was actually really excited that I found it. I do have the penguin, the fox, and the cat. And oh my goodness, I have one other one that I forget what it is. But yeah, so I know you don't have this one, so this will be a fun one to add to the library. Ellie really likes the That's Not My books, and I'm sure Madeline will love them as well. So I was really happy to find this one. The next one I found was this really simple Rocks and Minerals book. We are getting ready to prepare for our Rocks and Minerals unit study. So I found this was just a really good addition that we can use in that. The pictures are just really bright and beautiful. It's just really simple, a really easy book for the kiddos to look at, and something that they are really interested in right now. So I was happy to find that. The next book I found was Nature in a Nutshell for Kids. You can make bubbles that bounce, stir up a tornado in a jar, and it says make elastic from a dandelion, which I thought would be really fun to try this summer. And then you can also learn how to predict weather from cloud formations. But it's all about discovering the beauty and wonder of nature all year round. So this is definitely up my kids' alley, and I was really excited to come across this as well. The next one I found was called Hurry Furry Feet. There are places to visit and friends to meet, so hurry after these furry feet. I really like hardback books because I feel like they last forever. But yeah, it's kind of like a compilation of all kinds of different stories. So there's some Dr. Seuss stories in here, and there's just all kinds of adventures. There's My Street is in here. Let's see what else is in here. Obviously this is like the first time I've ever looked in this book. But yeah, it's just really a compilation of just like a bunch of different stories. And yeah, so I'm excited to kind of go through this with the kiddos and have some fun adventures with them. The next one I got is Shark Week from Discovery Books. We just are kind of finishing up our ocean unit study. If you haven't seen what we're using for that, I'll have the video linked up above or below. So be sure to go check that out. But I thought this would be a fun little addition just as we're kind of phasing out of the unit studies and we're getting ready to start the Rocks and Minerals, like I said. But yeah, this will be a fun little addition to add here on our last week of the ocean studies. And again, just the illustrations are really simple and pretty, and it's a very thin book, so the kiddos won't be overwhelmed when they go through it. The next one I found is a little golden book. It's one of the originals. This is called The Bird Book. And I love the old like vintage golden books. I think the illustrations are just beautiful and they're stunning, especially the ones that have to do with nature. Like this one here, I just think they're beautiful illustrations. And I was really excited to come across this one in particular. All about the bald eagles are in here, there's robins, just go through the little life of the bird. And yeah, I was really happy to find this, and I was excited about it too. The next book I picked up is The American Heritage Illustrated History of the United States. This is volume 6, The Frontier. I've slowly been gathering this entire series, and number 6 was one I didn't have. So I was excited that I found this. It's just a great history book. It's a great history series, And unlike a textbook where they might touch like a few paragraphs on each time period, this is an entire book just on the frontier. So instead of one chapter, they'll read a whole book about it. So I really like doing that with history stuff, especially when they're little, because it makes it come to life versus just memorizing kind of like dates and when they happened, even though that's important. This really will make it come alive for them. The next one I found is called Wonderful Wildlife. This one here says worms wiggle, hyenas giggles, and cheeky chipmunks chase Bigfoot and the Yeti. Everyone is making mischief in this fun-filled counting book. And I thought it would be a good addition to our homeschool shelf because it's all about, yeah, little counting and little numbers involved with the animal adventures. And you go through numbers 1 through 20 on this one as well. The next one I picked up was the Bugs Galore. This one here, it says bugs, bugs, and billions more bugs. It says googles, gaggles, bugs, galore bugs. So like this is definitely up my kids' alley. If you've been watching my videos for a while, you definitely know this is definitely probably my kids' favorite. But it's all about, yeah, bugs adventures. I was really happy to find this one too. It looks really fun. And I know the kiddos will really enjoy this as well. So as I mentioned before, our kiddos really like doing unit studies, and we are finishing out the ocean one, and we're not sure yet if we're going to do the rocks and minerals or the human body. If we do go the human body route, I was really excited to pick up my first book on the human body, this one here. And yeah, it's just a really basic, from Flower Pot Press, a really basic first book for the human body. And like I said, my kids are getting really interested in just like the human anatomy. They're asking questions about like the senses and things like that. But yeah, so I thought this would be a fun one to add. I do have about 5 or 6 other basic human body books, so this will be a fun addition to that if we decide to do the human body unit study, so that'll be fun. The last book I found and I was really excited about was Eric Carle's Very Quiet Cricket. This is one of his books that I didn't have. And this one, as you can tell, has little batteries in it. So when you open the book, there's actually a little cricket sound. The batteries do need to be replaced, so I probably will end up doing that. And I do have the batteries already on hand. They're the little flat batteries that go on watches, so they're pretty accessible. But yeah, so I do have a couple of those, so I'll be replacing that. And I feel like when I do, the kids will adore this. So they love crickets already, so that will be a game changer for that. Apart from the books, I did get this little guy here, or I should say my little guy got it. He loves all things animals. It's this little squishy lizard, if you can see it here. Oh my goodness. I feel like it's like super, super lifelike. But yeah, it's actually really pretty. But this was a huge find for him. He found it. He's like, Mom, 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 Mom. But yeah, he treasures this, and I barely got him to let me show it to you guys. But yeah, he was pretty excited about that. But yeah, that is everything that we got, and everything that I showed you was under $5. It just goes to show that whether it be books or anything like that, you can definitely get them affordably, especially if your homeschooling style has a lot to do with just like unit studies and going after your kids' interests, because you can walk into any local thrift store and they will likely have shelves and shelves of books, which is where we love to get them. I did mention too in a video that I filmed earlier today, you probably won't see that till next week, but I made a video on kind of 10 things we do buy and 10 things we don't buy, or no longer buy, I should say. And one of the uncommon things that I see a lot of people that don't buy are like books and DVDs. Those are the things that we actually do buy. And thrift stores are a great, great place to do that and to make it affordable. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. And as always, if you did, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. And if you hadn't subscribed, I'd love to have you. And you could do so by hitting the button down below. But yeah, you guys have a great rest of your weekend. Stay safe and God bless. Bye guys.